In a future where disease, pollution, and corporate greed have made getting a delicious meal more difficult than ever, the residents of Night City must prepare their food without eggs, dairy, or meat. This is Cyberpunk Kitchen. We will recreate meals from the action role-playing game Cyberpunk 2077 using ingredients that are readily available. So let's get started with today's recipe and see what a cyberpunk future might taste like. The reference for today's recipe comes from advertisements, vending machines, and the following cutscene that takes place after the quest, Life During Wartime.
Hey everyone, welcome to Info Flash. Say, did y'all lose power yesterday too? Yeah, when the lights went out there I was cooking dinner. Oh well, if we're getting specific, I was nuking a half-eaten burrito I found wedged in my couch cushions. Yeah, I know I shouldn't have. After all, I heard microwaves zap out all the nutrients, but hey, it kills the cockroaches too, so, you know, you win some, you lose some.
Today's recipe is divided into three main parts: rice, beans, and salsa. All of the ingredients can be prepared ahead of time. I usually end up with enough ingredients to make lunches for an entire week. The first main part of the recipe are refried beans. To keep this video concise, there's a separate tutorial for making refried beans in the Cyberpunk Kitchen playlist. There will be a link to the video below. In a pinch, canned beans can also be used. The second main part to this recipe is rice. Nutritionally, the combination of beans and rice just about make up a complete protein. In this video, we'll be preparing cilantro-lime rice, but Spanish rice or just plain rice would work too. The rice can be made from a store-bought package. Simply follow the directions on the package. However, the recipe for cilantro-lime rice is simple with just 4 ingredients: rice, lime juice, cilantro leaves, and butter. Rinse a cup of long-grain rice using a strainer. Add the rice to a saucepan or rice cooker with about 2 cups of cold water. For extra fluffy rice, allow the rice to soak for a half an hour. Start the rice cooker, or if preparing on stovetop, bring to a boil and turn down to a simmer. While the rice is cooking over the next 20 minutes or so, there's time to prepare the rest of the ingredients. Squeeze the juice from 2 limes, about 2 tablespoons worth. You can also use bottled juice, but fresh is better. Measure out a tablespoon of butter, or in keeping with the Cyberpunk Kitchen rules of no meat, no eggs, no dairy, a tablespoon of margarine. The last ingredients for the rice is cilantro. You can pick the leaves off the stems, you'll need about half a cup's worth, but picking leaves from the stems gets old fast. An alternative is 1/3 cup of store-bought cilantro sauce, or, the ideal compromise, you can make your own cilantro sauce. This sauce is called mojo verde. It comes from the Canary Islands off the coast of Africa. Wash a bunch of fresh cilantro and remove the brown ends from the stems. Put the cilantro, stems and all, in a food processor. Add 4 cloves of fresh garlic or 4 teaspoons of garlic paste. Two more tablespoons of lime juice, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, a tablespoon of wine vinegar, a 1/4 cup of olive oil, a jalapeno or chilies, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Then grind it all up, stems and all. Grind until the sauce is smooth. Mojo verde is fast and easy to make, and uses up all the cilantro, not just the leaves. Pour the mojo sauce into a sealable container and chill while the rice continues to cook. When the rice is completed cooking, stir in the butter, lime juice, and 1/3 cup of mojo verde. And now you have cilantro-lime rice. Finally, we'll prepare the simplest of salsas. Dice 3 tomatoes, half an onion, and a chili. Mix them all together in a bowl and chill. It's almost time to start making the burritos. Some other ingredients are large flour tortillas, the larger the better, some hot sauce, and some chopped lettuce. Optionally, you can add guacamole or slices of avocado. Steam the tortillas in a microwave oven for about 30 seconds. If you don't have a steamer, use a microwavable container with a lid. The idea is that the warm tortillas are easier to work with. Spread about 3 tablespoons of beans across the center of the tortilla. Spread about 3 tablespoons of rice on top of the beans. Add salsa, about 2 tablespoons. And top it off with lettuce and a sprinkling of hot sauce. Fold over the tortilla. Fold in the sides and roll it up. The burrito can be lightly grilled or served as is. Let's take a look at the nutrition for this recipe. The sodium for this recipe seems high, almost 700 milligrams per serving. I double checked the numbers and I couldn't find a mistake, but still that seems high to me. So what does the Primo meter have to say? The Burrito XXL recipe tastes great and is very filling. It takes a bit of prep work between the beans and the rice and the other ingredients, but once the ingredients are made up, they're easy to store and there's enough to make lunches for a week, plus a dinner or two, about 10 burritos in all. If you try this recipe yourself, let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching.